Hey, what's up, guys? This is Dwight here with Vintage Up Finds, and have I got a video for you guys? Right, I have some items that I just sold that I want to go over and let you know the exact price that they sold for, and let's dive right in. All right, first up, guys, we have this wicker. Sorry, I got my notes laid out. We have a vintage woven wicker basket style purse. I paid $5 for it. I sold it for $33.50. That's not bad at all. Next up, I have these cosplay Star Trek patches. I paid like $1 for these. Nobody wanted them, and the grand total they sold for was $22. Sorry about the bad camera there. All right, guys. Next things up here, I have these vintage pin pin pop-up jewelry cases. They are very vintage. They're pretty cool, actually. I've never seen these before. Particularly, I got them in a box lot with a bunch of other pin cases. I was out yard selling. Paid $5 for the box. There's a ton of them. My wife hasn't finished going through them all yet. And let's see, I paid $26. I'm sorry, they sold for $26. Duh. Now, this one's pretty cool. Now, this is the tip of the day. All right, right here, you're looking at an old recipe box. And what's on these cards is somebody's grandmother who, as you know, either in a nursing home or unfortunately passed away. But these are all her recipes. And the cool thing is, I brought it for like $5 at a this was at an estate sale auction for about $5. I brought all these old recipes. I listed them listed them. I listed these on Etsy, and they sold for a whopping $46. I mean, you can't beat that. Now, these are the items that I managed to get before my wife shipped out, but I have a lot more I want to go over. I'm just going to go over the list. I'm going to put them up and scream them off to you guys. And, you know, like maybe this side or that side or, you know, somewhere. They're going to pop up on the side of the screen. And, you know, I'll tell you about what I purchased. So let's take a look at this. Oh, by the way, if you're still watching, please hit that like button and subscribe. And leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you would have brought in, what you would have bought, or what you would have left. All right. All right. First things up. Right here, you have a vintage Copeland Italian white, blue and white teapot set. This is the one I brought on the trip in Florida, and I paid $10 for each item. So it was total 20, and they sold for $132.50. So that was an awesome sale. Next one up is this vintage 3D wood grave clock tower wall decor, and that sold for $29.50. I don't even remember buying this because I didn't buy it on purpose. So that means it was just in a box lot and it was just a score. I'll take those all day long. Next up, we have a vintage knockoff wheel nut. Let's see, wire wheels knockoff. All right, left side knockoff wheel lug nut. Sold that for $19. I remember that came with a box of a ton of different ones, and I think I paid $10 for that box, and that's just one of the items out of it. I will take that all day long. The other one's been sold. Like I said, this is a knockoff, so it's not as valuable. The other stuff was like actually off of some pretty like Studebaker and old cars. You get the drift. Next up, I have this vintage glass plate negative slide set of an archaeological dig. A lot of like the Giza and stuff, Egypt and etc. That sold for $50. Now this was a lot that I think I paid $20 for it, but I split it up, so there was two $50 lots, and it already half of it already sold for $50. So I mean, I think that's awesome personally. Next up is this is one of my first things where I tried to revive my channel. Was this Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle cereal box? It sold for $38. I thought it was worth more. Turns out it needs to be sealed with the cereal still in it, and then it's a $200 play. Unfortunately, they just saved the box, but still, I got it for a good price, a fair price, and it sold for $38. And looking back at that day, I could have made so much more money. All right, guys, next up here, I have these vintage Bon-Ton melamine teacup saucer set. It sold for $38.50. I paid roughly $5 for it at an auction, estate sale auction. Nothing special to tell you about that story. Man, I've really got to get this selfie stick. I'm going on Temu after this because my arm is tired. All right, next up is this vintage Finlandia cup and saucer set, $29. I think I only paid $2 for this one, and I think I just brought it for the heck of it. So it definitely was a great buy. I'm gonna change arms because my arm is getting tired, man. All right, next up is this vintage Fenton Silver Crest ruffled white candy dish. It sold for $33.50. I definitely paid. I think I paid like $7 for it, but it looked really cool. And it's Fenton, and I don't know. I have this thing for Fenton. One of these days, I'm gonna take a trip up to New York and see the factory up there because I saw it on like Dirty Jobs, I believe, and it was pretty damn cool. Next up, we have these vintage John Bear Sons Agricultural Almanac, 1961 and 1967. $25. I sold that for $25. I paid like $1 for them. Now, this is a cool thing about doing drifting and reselling. Things that people don't value 1 year, 5, 10 years later, all of a sudden they're collecting it. When I started this over 10 years ago, the almanacs were thrown away and like nobody was interested. And I mean much older than the 1960s. Just nobody had any interest in them. But now they're made a comeback, and I noticed it because people been buying them and they're selling. All right, let me turn around here, see what else I've missed. Okay, got that. This trash up falling off the ground. And is that everything? Yeah, I think that's everything, guys. All right, so that's it for this video. But before you leave, check out my store. You might see something cool that you like, or you just get a feeling of different things you'll see I've covered that I found and discovered. You can see what they get listed for. The site, all you gotta do is go to vintageupfinds.com or go down this description, and there's going to be a link in there. Also, subscribe. Why not? And hit the like button. And leave me a comment. Say hi. Say what's up. And for those of you from about 1991, do you remember this shirt? Do you remember these? Do you remember this? Now, this is a remake, which I'm not a fan of, but because the original ones had the Looney Tunes front facing and then the back going the other way. Now, this was when I was like 17, 16. I'm 50 years old now, so that was a long time ago. But yeah, it's a remake, but it's a cool remake. But there's the sucky remakes. I wanted to show you guys one here. I'll show you this remake right here. Sorry. You gotta be careful of these remakes. I brought this last week for $1. It's still worth $10, but it's not what I thought it was. I thought it was the one when I was a kid, and it's a remake. So it was basically I should have did a little bit more due diligence, but it's a lot harder to do that when you're doing yard selling, because it's just weird when you're looking up the phone in front of them. Try to be respectful, They know you're a reseller, but still. But I can't stand the resell. I can't stand the remake stuff unless I bought it for myself. But anyway, guys, that's it for this video. Make sure you subscribe, hit the like button, leave a comment, and visit vintageupfinds.com. All right, guys, till next time.